What is this? Electron? Huh? We can charge our cars? Wow. Electron, TNB electron. Have you ever know? In Malaysia, we have EV charging panels. Do you know it? So, let's follow. Together with me, HAFIZ ZIQRI, your energy literacy expert, that we want today to explore and dig down what is actually the energy literacy and how we can play our role into it. So, let's go. Just imagine, there is no electricity at all. What happens? Electricity powers our phones, our classrooms, and our cities. But have you ever stopped to ask, where does all this energy actually come from? And more importantly, what role do you play in Malaysia's energy future? Today, let's talk about energy literacy and why every Malaysian needs to understand it. Energy literacy is the ability to understand energy, its sources, how it used, and its impact on the environment, and how our everyday choices affect the energy system. An energy literate person knows the difference between renewable energy and also non-renewable energy. They understand that the air conditioning they set, the devices they charge, and the cars they drive, all of it contributes to national energy demand. Energy literacy is not just for engineers, it's for everyone. Malaysia is currently in the middle of an energy transition, a national shift away from fossil fuels to cleaner, renewable sources like solar and hydropower. Under Malaysia's National Energy Transition Roadmap Letter, the country aims to achieve a 70% renewable energy by 2050 and reach net zero carbon emissions by the same year. But this transition will only succeed if its citizens understand and actively support it. That's exactly where energy literacy comes in. Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good evening. Today, me, HAFIZ, will be interviewing one of our special guests today about energy literacy. Let's interview him. Okay. So, what's your name? Introduce yourself first.
Okay. So, hello, my name is Muhammad. You can call me Muhammad. I'm 19 years old and I study in Newton in course Bachelor in Energy Economics.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Energy economics, right?
Yeah.
So, Muhammad, have you ever heard the term of energy literacy?
Yes, I have heard about energy literacy.
What do you know about it? How you understand about energy literacy?
So basically, what I understand is energy literacy is something that people study and know how to use consumption of energy in their life.
Oh, I see. That's the most simplest way lah to faham, to understand that term. So, Mama, do you think that people around you, your friends, your families, energy literate means that they know about energy and our current situations?
No, some people just know that they use energy, they need to pay for the energy usage. But as someone who learn about energy literacy, I do think that the people around me is not really aware about energy literacy and does not aware of how does energy works in Malaysia.
Okay. Last question for me. Okay. Since the interview is free of charge, so what are your hope for our energy future in Malaysia?
So what is my hope in energy in Malaysia is, as for now in 2036, we see that many our governments and many companies have slowly raised the awareness of the energy itself. So I hope that the energy literacy is people around Malaysia, and the subject itself we need to make it in school level, so that people from youngsters already know what is energy and how to use it and how to save it and make the energy life in Malaysia is better. Yes.
That's marvelous answer from you, Mom. Thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Mom.
Okay.
We hope to see you again. Hi, continue with me again. Today, in this evening, I want to interview another person that also being a student in a National Energy University. So let's hear from him. What's your name, sir?
Alright, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Muhammad Firaz Beriza Dafi, and I'm a first year student of energy economics, especially in energy economics.
I see. So what do you learn about in energy economics especially?
Actually, this is my first semester, and not much that I have learned, but one of the subject that I love the most is energy literacy. Energy literacy is the subject that want us to understand about how energy is produced, the consumption of energy, etc.
So do you think this energy economics is not important subject in Malaysia?
I think it is very important subject, and I have a very high potential, because all of us know University Tenaga Nasional is the first university that give or provide this subject, and in today's world we have a second university which is in UKM.
Amazing to hear that from you. So do you think that us as youngsters need to learn about energy, or what your opinions?
Actually, it very depends on the passion of the person, because if everyone learn about the energy, who want to be a doctor, who wants to be a lawyer? So I think it depends on the person, and like the importance in the future of what we need.
So in this chance, I want you to shout out to one of your lecturer that taught you in energy economics.
First and foremost, it is such a blast to learn with the lecturer. My lecturer is Dr. J, and coincidentally, Dr. J is my panel interviewer for my YTS scholar. So I believe not only me that love Dr. J because of like her spotting and her insights in class, because she's not only teach us about the theory, but the reality and practical as well.
So I want to ask you about our energy policy. Do you know that Malaysia's renewable energy policy? What are?
Actually, there's a lot of energy policy in Malaysia, and actually, if you want to know, us as an energy economics student can become one of the energy policy maker, especially in Malaysia. But like one of the thing that our government and the companies in Malaysia that have been worked for many years, because we want to achieve net zero emission by 2050, and I think a lot of effort have been made, and there's several KPIs have been achieved, but I believe we still have a long way to go, because like today is 2026, we have 24 years to go, and with the effort and the capacity and the manpower that we have, I believe we can achieve that.
Yes, I really admire how you speak, your knowledge about energy. Let me ask you the final questions. If Malaysia energy goals to reduce carbon emissions by 70% by 2030, knowing that, are you want to change, or what are your actions towards that?
Right, thank you. Based on the question is, to be honest, there's not much that I can do, because I am still studying, and I'm not in the industry, so there's like not a lot of project I can do. But the thing that I can do as a student is I want to spread the awareness about the importance of us Malaysians to achieve net zero emission and to achieve 70% of renewable energy by 2030, because we only have 4 years left. So the thing that I can do is like spread information, do a lot of talk about this effort have been made by the company. So yeah, there's a lot that we can do, even in the base level. So yeah.
So we have interviewed 2 special guests. That is not enough. We need one more to ask about what's his opinion on energy landscape in our Malaysia. Okay, so what's your name first?
My name is Muhammad Hakim Ibn Sufyan.
My name is HAFIZ. I know you are very genius in energy landscape feature, right? So, what's your thoughts on small actions that also contributes to our energy transition roadmap?
I think these small steps is what really matters when we're talking about energy transition, because most people focuses on renewable energy efficiency, but we have to remember that the first basis of the energy transition is energy consumption. So small steps like switching off lights when we're not using it, turning off air conditioning, and make sure you're not charging your phone overnight so it doesn't use extra energy. These steps is what really matters when we're talking about energy transitions.
Alright, what's your words or last advices to our younger generations towards energy?
My last advice towards the younger generation about energy is make sure every one of us is energy literate, meaning we understand where does the energy that we use comes from and what the impact it has on the environment when we are using this energy. So when we understand, we have the insight, when I'm using this energy, this is what it comes, this is the impact. We will actually be more aware about our consumption. We will use less energy and we will use it smartly.
Okay. Better,
brighter.
Better. After speaking with real people, one thing became very clear to me. Most Malaysians want to play their part in our nation's energy future. They just don't have the knowledge to do so. The energy transition in Malaysia is not just a government agenda, it's a people movement. When citizens are energy literate, they make better choices, they pressure companies to go green, they vote for policies that accelerate clean energy, they become agents of change. As a young Malaysian, I believe our generation has both the power and the responsibility to make this transition a success, but only if we start with education. Energy literacy starts with you. Learn more, talk to others, make informed choices. Together, let's power Malaysia's future the right way. Thank you for watching. That's all from me, ZIQRI.